This is the Scion IM, the mainstream hatchback car that hopefully is going to expand the Scion brand in Canada. This is the spring green color that really is eye-catching. Not to worry, more conventional colors are available: black, red, blue, silver, and white. This one I think they gave us because it looks good on camera. What is this car? It's basically the European Toyota Corolla hatchback that is missing from the Toyota side of the family, but has been planted in the Scion brand. I wish that Toyota would also come out with a hatchback version of the Corolla, because now Civic is definitely going to have one in their lineup. Anyway, it doesn't really matter. You can buy it, but you need to buy it as a Scion. The way you see this car is the way it comes. It's only available with one trim level. It starts at just over $21,000 in Canada, just under $22,000 with the continuously variable transmission. You get the wheels the way they are here, 17-inch wheels. You get the LED marker lights in the front, LED taillights in the back. You get the skirts along the side. It is a nice looking, aggressive looking package. Deep chin spoiler with this piano black finish, also in the lower spoiler and the front grille. It's got the blacked out trim around the windows, around the back. It's just as sporty and aggressive looking as the front of the car. And you have to hand it to Toyota. They can produce some nice looking cars, this one in the Scion trim. So inside the IM is picking up where the Toyota Corolla leaves off. So what you get in this car is all the practicality you get with a Corolla, but a nice looking hatch around the back. There's plenty of room in this car. It's got an open and wide front because it's got the flat dash. The back seat is roomy. It's got an almost flat floor, easy for kids to get in and out of. Then you throw in the hatchback that's really quite large. Of course, the seats fold down. That's one of the reasons why people like hatchbacks, is you have more flexibility to carry stuff. So maybe that's why Toyota's thinking this will appeal to a younger buyer. Also comes nicely equipped. You get a 7-inch screen in the middle. That's display audio. Comes with AM and FM. I'm not seeing satellite radio though. Bluetooth obviously is standard equipment, and it doubles up as a backup camera, so that's good. You also get a TFT screen in the center of the instrument cluster for quick access to information. Lots of buttons on the steering wheel to control not only the TFT, but this display audio system. One nice feature is dual zone automatic climate control. You typically don't see that in cars of this price point. You do not, though, get heated seats. The seats are sporty and comfortable. They look really good, but heated seats would definitely be a plus, along with a sunroof. I personally don't like sunroofs, but a lot of people do, and that's missing from the equation as well. You get a nice leather-wrapped steering wheel. You get leather around the shifter and the handbrake. That's a nice touch. So overall, very nicely packaged. It would be nice to be able to add in at least a few things, but as it stands right now, it's all-in pricing for the Scion IM. One nice feature, actually two nice features about this car when we get on the road. And what makes this car unique is it gets the engine that is only available in one trim level of the regular Corolla. That's the Eco version. It's a Valvematic engine. It's got different way of opening the intake and letting the engine breathe better. It gets you better fuel economy. It's a 1.8 liter engine with 137 horsepower. And the other thing about this car is it has independent rear suspension. Now, the Corolla's not a bad driving car, but when you take a similar platform and you add in independent rear suspension, it makes the car definitely more stable. It corners better, and it has just a better sort of attitude on the road. So that's definitely a plus. It's available with a 6-speed manual transmission or a continuously variable box, the same one that you get in the Corolla. Now, the nice thing about the IM is it gets the sport button. That's only kept on the sport version of the Corolla. You push that in there, and it definitely keeps the gears a little bit longer, makes the engine a little bit livelier. I shouldn't say it keeps the gears longer. They mimic gears with a continuously variable box to give it a step sort of feeling, and that definitely helps. Now, this isn't a sports car. This is a practical car now in a hatchback configuration, and it can be a little bit livelier, as I mentioned, when you hit those sport buttons. I think the car to beat in this category might be the new Civic hatchback. We'll have to try that when it comes out. But it's nice to see that if you want something that looks good on the outside like this IM does, and then it has a little bit more of a planted road feel because of that independent suspension, you can get it in this IM hatchback. Now, one area that could definitely be improved, the steering feel is really quite vague. It's not great around the city, kind of settles down on the highway, feels a little bit better on the highway. Probably changing the tires would help, but you're not going to do that with a brand new car. So that's one area where they could dial in the suspension feel of this car to make it feel a little bit more precise. But overall, it's a good, comfortable commuter. It's the kind of car car you'd be happy to drive every day. It's not a sports car, it's just a sportier take on what's available in the Toyota Scion family. The Scion IM with a continuously variable transmission does have a compelling story when it comes to fuel economy. It's rated at 8.3 liters per 100 kilometers in the city and just 6.3 liters on the highway. I think this is a great little car. I was talking to the executives in Toyota and I said, you should shine more light on this car because it's a great package. A hatchback version of the Corolla that is a sportier suspension and all-in pricing for what you would pay for, say, a sport model or an eco version of the Corolla. Has lots of nice standard features. Love to see heated seats added in there. Maybe they'll add that in the next model year. But as it stands right now, if you're looking for a practical, good-looking hatchback, Scion has the IM. Thanks for watching and be sure to subscribe. If you want to watch a full review of the all-new 2016 Honda Civic, click the picture on the left.